every now and then I find myself skipping a bunch of steps. So I didn't change my camera, I changed the habit. Not like I jumped really far, did a really bad job of something, but more so that I'll be on a path and not even realize that I'm on it until I've reached the end. It's a problem. Well, it used to be anyway, although it did kind of put pressure on everything I did with a camera in my hand. Because walking down the street with hundreds of creative compositions, I'd see nothing but what was right in front of me. TLDR, I was going way too fast. Good news is, I fixed it. Bad news is, I don't really have a tutorial on how I fixed it. But I do have some rough pointers, so here's the story. A lot of this started with me just opening a notebook, which sounds dramatic. It wasn't. It was actually just a really small notebook I could carry around in my pocket. And as an added benefit, it would make me look more mysterious and interesting to strangers on the train. I hope. Small change, but a pretty big difference. The first thing I realized was that taking photos or filming videos felt a lot simpler. Like putting a pen to paper. I would make sure that everything was right before moving over to the next spot. This way, I wouldn't waste any paper scribbling over the last line. And well, it worked! My photos improved a lot and my eyes started to pick up on a lot of new things. I'm sure there's some grand philosophy to this whole thing, but that's way beyond me. I'm just some guy with a camera and now a notebook too. Funnily enough, nothing was chasing me, and at last I felt like I was chasing something. Which is ironic, seeing as how slowing down made me chase faster. Now, don't get me wrong, this didn't magically fix everything, and it definitely came with its own set of issues. Often, I actually still miss shots. Just less often. And, well, of course, might feel a little awkward standing still looking around on the street. It's definitely difficult, especially in a place that doesn't let you slow down. Throughout all of this, it was actually quite tough to find out if it was worth it. Weighing the pros and cons is difficult, and even more so when you're up against an abstract idea. But I started to see improvements. My images got better, and my subjects got clearer. These were actually taken on the same day that I filmed most of this video, which means they were mostly unplanned. I just noticed more. By the way, take this whole thing with a grain of salt. I didn't slow down every tiny aspect of my life because, well, that's impossible in today's climate. I'm still rushing to make the most of every single day. I just sort of decided when and where it could be wise. Again, in a literal sense, like for example, walking slow with my camera. Not always physically, but a lot of it came down to making changes to how I moved around or how often I looked at things. I hope that makes sense. So like I said before, there is no step-by-step guide to this, but the habits I picked up along the way will definitely stick with me for the foreseeable future. And hopefully that doesn't include my upload schedule. Hopefully.